hasn't taken a three or a free throw. And you got to watch how you close quarters against OKC.
Gilgeous Alexander banked that one in. He thought he was fouled on the play, didn't get the whistle.
That comes off of a Rockets offensive rebound. As SGA with Thompson-Ana, able to slice through the defense, got to the cup, a little left hand on the right side of the rim.
Not only is he finishing those now, he's also expanding the range.
4 of 8 with a three made, trying to stay up with SGA, who puts a flurry of moves on him, and finally into a crossover to the baseline.
To play Milwaukee back in December. Different personnel here. Different part of the season. Shai sizing up the defense, goes in. That might be a teardrop because it was a scoop with some art to it.
Now, if you're Indiana, we've talked about this. You were one of the fastest teams, but you got to slow down.
Gilgeous Alexander didn't slow down. They've hit 7 of their first 9 from the field, and the Pacers need timeout. Gilgeous Alexander got it.
SGA, once again, this time with Harden. Another matchup he's got to like as he goes right to the cup, bisecting the lane.
That's what you call making it do what it do, baby.
Arthroscopic procedure on his right knee in September, so he's missed some time this season. Was inactive against the Rockets when they were in their building in early November, as that goes down for Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
And finally ends the run for Oklahoma City, which was 13 straight points. Shai Gilgeous Alexander with a layup.
And I'll say it again, this is why Oklahoma City is so good. They have the #1 rated defense in the league. They try and take away everything from you. The Nets are doing an excellent job.
So crafty. Gilgeous Alexander gets to the rim and a chance at a three-point play.
And I played against them in the Eastern Conference Finals when he was the head coach of Detroit. I've had some battles with Rick Carlisle, and he will keep you on your toes.
As will that man. Gilgeous Alexander with his 3rd field goal.
Gaining some momentum here.
A little stutter step to hesitation. SGA down the lane, bisecting the middle, and a tough finish.
Gilgeous Alexander comes right back off the glass.
Hartenstein will get his blow.
And Rich Williams comes in. SGA looking for his first points and gets his first point.
Gilgeous Alexander to forecourt. Stop and go to the basket, lays it up, lays it in.
Shai has been able to dictate things already with the 17 points in this first quarter. Stops, goes right back to work and lays it up and in. Unfair business from SGA.
SGA inside, counted out, a foul.
Shai Gilgeous Alexander struggled in the first half, but gets the lefty layup to fall there. He was just 2 for 11 in the first half.
And it's a 6-0 New York run. This is what the Knicks have done. SGA leans in. There's 2 more.
Hartenstein the board. Rebounding numbers in favor of Denver. The drive and deuce for Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
On 1 possession.
Can Shai finally pay it off? He'll get to the cup using his size, going right at Juzang, and he does.
It's really smart to go right into the body there of Chet Holmgren.
Gilgeous Alexander with the lefty lay. Got it right back at the other end.
SGA on the spin, gets in the paint, left-handed off the glass. Another sweet move from Gilgeous Alexander.
As SGA makes his move on Gafford, gets inside and did a great job of using the rim to negate the shot block ability of Gafford, and SGA able to spin it home.
He's got 12. Has been in a little bit of a shooting slump of late as Gilgeous Alexander scores in a foul.
One traded away from the Clippers. Let's start with that. But then finding himself as a superstar, but on one and done from Kentucky, you see him attacking the basket once again. And it's nothing you can do. You know what he wants to do, right? Prince thinking back door.
SGA with the left. It drops.
Picked back in 22 out of Gonzaga. T, we saw him in Summer League, and the bottom line is he just has to stay healthy. And it may be a chore, still trying to put weight on that frame at 7'1", 210.
Shooting a career best in three-point shots.
Shai down the lane, takes a little bump as you see him slide into the camera well.
I had a double team on Curry, and he did a good job of getting rid of the ball to the right guy.
Melton, and he can't slow down SGA, who once again gets to the rack and scores.
And what's been a big difference in the last couple of minutes is that the Knicks have been able to slow the Thunder down, get them into a half-court game, which is to their advantage. And I see that quick.
2 minutes to go. Gilgeous Alexander spins, lays it in, take it out of the net.
In this case, I don't even think Shai knows what he's going to do. He's just so creative.
Oh, he's got every option in the book, and he shows another one right there.
In this case, I don't even think Shai knows what he's going to do. He's just so creative.
Oh, he's got every option in the book, and he shows another one right there.
It's been a high-level game here. High-level second half. Two teams max effort.
Anderson charged with trying to stop. Gilgeous Alexander gets downhill, floats it up and good. 47 for SGA.
A 41-point third quarter.
Shai able to shift DiVincenzo. The beauty goes down. Masterful from SGA.
He's one of those guys who can get it going.
Shai, oh, he's been doing work on Brooks all night.
Wow.
Very
Not healthy last year, but he's going to be an all-star one of these years. Bain now trying to guard Gilgeous Alexander. Tough shot. Nope, they wave it off. An offensive foul. Bain stayed with him.
That's been the difference here. As Oklahoma, oh, what a spin move! And Gilgeous Alexander lays it up and in.
SGA gets it across quickly. Working on Anderson. Down the lane and throws it down with 5.6. You have to get it in cleanly.
Now would not allow the Bulls a clean look.
And you pointed out, Michael, the rotations and then a little stutter step from SGA.
And Wallace pulls back, they'll reset. Gilgeous Alexander, guarded by Garland. His floater's up and good. Oh, the shot making here in the fourth.
And Shai, a good defender on him. Long rangey defender. SGA with a spin, got inside, and it finally drops in.
McDaniel guarding Gilgeous Alexander. McDaniel can guard 1 through 5. Shot clock at 4. Gilgeous Alexander sneaks inside. What a shot off the glass.
That's their number. Now they get a switch. He won't get there.
I tell you, man, he is so crafty with that basketball.
And Shai, a good defender on him. Long rangey defender. SGA with a spin, got inside, and it finally drops in.
Not healthy last year, but he's going to be an all-star one of these years. Bain now trying to guard Gilgeous Alexander. Tough shot. Nope, they wave it off. An offensive foul. Bain stayed with him.
Miss both, but they get the offensive board. SGA going to work. Down the lane. Got the lay-in. 114-106. Thunder a lead of 8. Shai Gilgeous Alexander turns the corner and with a deft flip with a right hand.
That's him being under control and not getting a charge.
Gilgeous Alexander drives left-handed is good. How many people do you think home watching? The older generation say.
So 14 points resulting in 14 turnovers, excuse me, resulting in 22 points. He said the key, though, is Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
Well, it's going to force the Warriors to extend their defense, which opens up those driving lanes and those attacks on the offensive glass.
This is the matchup you like. SGA driving on Stephen Curry.
Bulls just 1 of 9 so far from three-point range.
SGA going strong to the hoop. That's where he's at his best. Brings the Pistons back to within 5. It's a quick 2-game road trip for Detroit. Alexander on the cross and Tween. Float game is pure. Got that to go over Schroeder.
Miss both, but they get the offensive board. SGA going to work. Down the lane. Got the lay-in.
Brings the Pistons back to within 5. It's a quick 2-game road trip for Detroit. Alexander on the cross and Tween. Float game is pure.
Got that to go over Schroeder.
They're not going to pass up an open three, and they're not going to pass up pretty much a contested three.
Shai right down the lane, going through that Boston defense. Gives us our first points of the day.
Nice play.
Shai attacks and goes right at Cleveland, scores with a left hand.
Had 8 blocks in a game here last year.
Gilgeous Alexander. Oh, the fake. That's nasty. Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
Very efficient 9 of 13. SGA with the reverse.
Wow. Creating space on 2 and then sends it back outside. Plenty of time on the clock for Gilgeous Alexander. Tilting his body to the rim, counted and a foul. 19 for Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
But the Thunder 6 games up over Houston right now. Thunder the 1 seed last year as well. And Gilgeous Alexander's got 36 now.
In what has been another high entertainment value game. Shai bounces, left hand, what a scoop and score! And then Shai continues to shine.
It's the second time Carlson's done a good job at the rim. Got a block this time, discouraged it. He's able to create a miss.
And SGA, those long strides, stretching out for that layup with the right hand.
They talk about the elite players get to their spots. And this guy, obviously, look at that. I mean, he can score at all levels.
Trying to create something. Shai got around Kamara, plus the foul. He's going to the line.
Williams had a notion back to SGA. Working against Kane. Lefty lay is good, high off glass. And that's the first lead of the ball game for the Thunder.
It's the second time Carlson's done a good job at the rim. Got a block this time, discouraged it. He's able to create a miss.
And SGA, those long strides, stretching out for that layup with the right hand.
Creating space on 2 and then sends it back outside. Plenty of time on the clock for Gilgeous Alexander. Tilting his body to the rim, counted and a foul. 19 for Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
They talk about the elite players get to their spots. And this guy, obviously, look at that. I mean, he can score at all levels.
Brown trying to stick with SGA. He rocked him that time and finished at the rim.
Wow. High screen, Hartenstein. Gilgeous Alexander. Off balance, Baker goes. That's difficult.
That was a tough horse shot right there.
Gilgeous Alexander to forecourt. Stop and go to the basket, lays it up, lays it in.
And Shai across midcourt. Thunder have to operate quickly. Goes for the layup, gets the 2. That's exactly what you need.
The officials don't blow the whistle. Gilgeous Alexander up the floor. Driving at Brown and scoring again off glass. He is owning him on penetration right now.
DiVincenzo floats it into Randall. Stolen by Lou Dort. Alexander Walker with the foul. Counted and one. SGA, nice move and the finish.
Reese Beekman started left, cut to the right. Gilgeous Alexander. A little okey-doke from SGA.
And commemorating his play this season, dedicating it to his brother, his late brother. Gilgeous Alexander to the rim and the layup.
Isaiah Jobe's down with a loose ball. There's the extra effort. He has been all over the place tonight. SGA, he's got 32.
So those rebounds are you have to gang rebound.
Inside, shot is good. Gilgeous Alexander did not have a lot of room. That's his first field goal.
Press a lot of buttons here early. Get the lethargy out of his team. Williamson blocked by Saw. Gilgeous Alexander on the move. And that's going to be a block. Count it. And one.
So Cason Wallace and Isaiah Joe have checked in. Joe 7 of 7 on threes the last game. Shai Gilgeous Alexander all the way to the iron.
So making his looks tough, putting him in a crowd, and then knowing the personnel around him to limit his facilitating, and Booker was held scoreless in that first half, guys. So a very effective game plan early on.
Now makes his move at 5. Spins away, cuts down the lane, switches hands. Pretty finish with the left.
Oh, come on, man.
Gonna try and walk down SGA, and they turn the Warriors over again. George back out top. Gilgeous Alexander working on Waters. A little light work for SGA.
Now comes Gilgeous Alexander. Fourth in the league in scoring last year. Defended by Mitchell. Clears himself, banks and scores.
I love watching them play because what they're going to start.
Wiggins back to Gilgeous Alexander as Jalen Williams gets ready to come back into the ball game. SGA with the floater, good.
Ah, that scoop shot.
But since then, it's been a struggle.
Thunder able to take the lead with SGA on the bench. Now he's back in, going to work on Reed. Hesitation all the way to the cup, plus the foul.
Shai Gilgeous Alexander operating on Walker now. They double him, he spins away, makes that extra step, switches right to left hand, draws the defender into him, score the bucket, go to the line.
Isaiah Joe, man, he's serving up a hot cup of Joe.
Shai, nice spin move, went right around Clowney, and then elevates up for that jam.
Knicks cannot get a fortuitous bounce.
2 for 14 from 3.
Shai spinning, winning into the paint again.
And the floater, he's got 15.
11th lead change here in the second quarter.
Oh, he's going to go. You got to be ready to help.
Gilgeous Alexander drives past Nurkic for the reverse.
Alarm got to go up right away.
He is actually very close to returning to action. He said this morning after shoot-around that this is the last little bit, as he put it. He feels like he is very close to returning to action.
Thank you, Stephanie. They need bodies right now. He has those quick 5 points and has only scored 1 bucket since.
Quick first step. Shai taking it in.
SGA gets past Milton, left-hand lay, and it scores.
On the hardwood, and a dunk for Jokic after the 3 made by Jang. Tied at 23, that ended an 8-0 run. Gilgeous Alexander is so crafty.
Been able to maintain the confidence with all of that shooting from the outside. SGA breaking down the defense. Nobody there to slow him down. Goodwin certainly wasn't going to do it. Do you think opposing teams in good defensive minds like Chris Finch, do they like having to, as SGA is going to get the and 1. Playing through some contact there.
Shai Gilgeous Alexander, 15 points, 7 assists so far in the game. That one goes high off the window and gets the roll.
Josh put that ball where no one else could get it. Buck check. I mean, very few guys can catch that ball like that on the fly with one hand.
He's told his teammates just throw it up there. Now the speed.
Thunder have taken care of business, though, getting into the paint time and time again. And they do it yet again. Shai Gilgeous Alexander scores.
Eason and Thompson, 15 and 12 points off the bench. And the usual good defense as Gilgeous Alexander backs it home.
So the three's not dropping for either team.
Good job by J-Dub keeping them off the glass to allow the Thunder to get some kind of rhythm here going in the early part of this first quarter. And right now it's coming from that guy right there, number 2 in blue.
I thought he could have swung it. Jalen Williams was open there in the corner.
Murray had it intercepted. He tried to hit Brown. Gilgeous Alexander steps in. They cut off SGA initially. That won't stop them. And a chance for 3.
Washington able to respond after their timeout. Looks like OKC might be getting a little momentum. SGA back on the floor. Drives in. Contact. Spins it home somehow.
Garland's got 11 in the quarter now. Gilgeous Alexander drives, lays it in. So fast, so big.
Good player for Minnesota. He was undrafted coming out of college. 2-way player. What a drive. SGA slicing right through that Minnesota defense.
That's hard to do.
Boston, Trey Murphy, C.J. McCollum. And a little zone action. Another layup.
But the thing is, he's allowed to play too easily.
SGA gets a screen from Luguentz Dort. Big enough to set a mean screen. Gilgeous Alexander from in front scores it off the square.
McDaniel guarding Gilgeous Alexander. McDaniel can guard 1 through 5. Shot clock at 4. Gilgeous Alexander sneaks inside. What a shot off the glass.
Just a beautiful play. Almost textbook.
Now the Thunder right now are getting whatever they want on the offensive end. There's another sidestep from SGA getting to the cup.
Shai Gilgeous Alexander, now the front runner for the league's most valuable player. He splits the double and gets to the basket. Nobody does it better.
Just playing one-on-one, he's playing basketball, and that help comes. He dished off the first time he missed, second time he made Oklahoma pay.
Yeah, there he is again. He leads the league in drives and points off drives. Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
Shai Gilgeous puts it into second gear. And able to score right after tough bucket. He is strong in there.
Just playing one-on-one, he's playing basketball, and that help comes. He dished off the first time he missed, second time he made Oklahoma pay.
Yeah, there he is again. He leads the league in drives and points off drives. Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
And the CP3 in the locker room years ago, what seems like years ago.
And Shai made that look a lot easier than it was. He was going left, bounced off the body of Moore.
Murray switches on to Gilgeous Alexander. On the cross, got to the rim and laid it home. Shai Gilgeous Alexander with his 4th field goal. Off the tween, Gilgeous Alexander raises up and got an auspicious bounce for the bucket.
With a little giddy up there. And back comes Shai. Relentless with it. And Wiggins responding.
His name has been bandied about in trade rumors as SGA scores off glass and draws the foul. 35 for Gilgeous Alexander.
SGA inside, adjusts and lays it in. Unstoppable.
Shai trying to get downhill, but Nurkic kept him out of the paint. So Shai regroups, takes a little bump to him, but still nicely done. Point land, he's got 3 threes.
And that's pretty much his game as well.
Oh, off-balance drive there from SGA. Still was
a dominant offensive player, but as a rim threat and a target, he's pretty good.
Oh, he does those things extremely well.
Gilgeous Alexander brings it up the floor. Finds some room, gets to the rim, floaters up and good.
Just giving the ball up to a wide open shooter like Isaiah Joe, who's over 40%.
Absolutely, and he's done it all season long, and he's done it superbly.
That he had the ability to impact winning. He's taken the opportunity and has run with it, and that is a tribute to him.
Reed the other way where he's dangerous in the open court, but lost the handle in traffic. Wallace. SGA getting past Gobert, left hand, good.
Defending the rim. Thunder can grab the lead. Stop and go. Gilgeous Alexander, so smooth.
A favorable record. Good hands there, Santi.
But the Grizzlies can't clear and complete the turnover. Gilgeous Alexander off the glass and in.
The thing that he does so good, partners.
That they're right on your tail.
Shai going spin cycle, scoop, count it, and the foul.
Randall drives on Dort. Backs in, tries to split the defense and lost the ball. Foul, bucket, count it, and one. Much better here in the 3rd period, but still down a ton. Gilgeous Alexander still scoring with ease. He has 35 points.
That he had the ability to impact winning. He's taken the opportunity and has run with it, and that is a tribute to him.
I mean, I'm going to point that out to you before you do your homework and you come back at me saying, well, wait a minute, there were some guys injured last year. But he actually deserved to be on the #1 team.
The Thunder lead the NBA in steals and opponents' turnovers as SGA drives and lays it in.
They've got to get him under control, and I would expect Williams to have a hand in that.
Gilgeous Alexander gets to spin.
SGA spins on Hayes, got underneath, and put enough spin on it. That's a pretty move from SGA.
can't say enough about what Isaiah Hartenstein has brought to OKC in just 3 games, and that guy.
We are back at Ball Arena, the start of the 4th quarter. Chris Marlowe, Scott Hastings, and Vic Lombardi. And right off the bat, Shai Gilgeous Alexander going to work.
A new 14 on the shot clock. SGA goes at Siakam. Layup is good. What a tough shot. He's got 31.
Because it is on full display tonight, folks. As this is a game with a lot of cup implications, and wow, he just go right around.
Shai quickly, dead hit. He's got it to slow him down as Shai elevates to the rim. Gives the clock a check as he crosses the timeline at 3. Makes his move on Kennard. Off balance. He glides into the scoop.
Hey, this is a big 2 minutes to finish the half. This is a huge 2 minutes for both teams.
And Gilgeous Alexander gets to the rim. Just a slight hesitation, the burst of speed. He's got 21 points in the first half.
SGA spins on Hayes, got underneath, and put enough spin on it. That's a pretty move from SGA.
Just kind of face guarded him.
Shai turns the corner, drives inside, plus the foul.
They played for the team and got a good outcome as a result.
All right, thank you, Patterson. Right into the timeout, SGA. Putting his head down, calling his own number. A nice finger roll at the rim.
They've got to get him under control, and I would expect Williams to have a hand in that.
Gilgeous Alexander gets to spin.
Gilgeous Alexander downhill. And Shai Gilgeous Alexander, 17 of the 23 points.
Blazers 14 of 29 from 3, 48%, galloping in and finishing above the crowd. Shai Gilgeous Alexander.
So hard to pressure Shai for the full 94.
SGA gets inside, left-handed, sneaks it in.
Well, they were staying in. It was the three-point shot. If those threes dried up, they had a problem. They have here in the 4th quarter. SGA, too much speed on the blow-by. Bertazzi trying to keep him out of the lane, and SGA scoops it inside. Nifty move.